Well, yeah, no, I literally just drink. So kind of like my protocol with CellYea, and then I'll tell you about my day, is like I drink half in the morning of the packet, and then I drink half like early, late afternoon, night around 12, no later than 12:30. And I like never have a crash all day. So yeah, our day starts between basically 4 and 5 every day. Two of our kids go to school. So it's either Sean's coaching, I'm doing breakfast, getting the kids ready to get out the door by 7:15. Or I'm going to the gym at 5 a.m. So there's always an early morning. I try to have me time before they get up around 6. And then, yeah, I'm home with my 2-year-old all day. So he is the Energizer Bunny. So this has saved me, honestly. And like with the days that I don't take it, especially the powder, I take the pills every day, but sometimes I just forget to take the powders like when I'm on vacation. And there's like such a significant change in my mood and my focus and my energy. And I think that's the biggest testimony. Like we've tried so many supplements, and it's like, oh yeah, I think it works, but it's not drastic. This has been very drastic. And I just noticed the longer I've taken it, I just consistently feel better. We sleep better. And even like my husband, he swears by it before a race. Like his energy is so much more consistent through his races with this. And instead of using like these high caffeinated products that he takes before a race. But yeah, our days are long. We go to bed around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then wake up and do the 4 to 5 a.m. again. Yeah, I think the capsules you can easily kind of forget, and it's kind of to what you just said, like you're like, why do I feel bad? Or like, why am I tired? And then you start like getting back on your routine, and you can see the change, and it's so much better than having to depend on caffeine. Like, I don't know if all moms are like me, but like, especially when in baby phase, it's like a crutch, and this is just such a better way to energize myself. I don't crash. I don't get shaky. Coffee would almost like make my, just like give me brain fog, honestly. Like I'd be like awake and jittery, but I'd feel like kind of fuzzy. So this is just, yeah, I feel very clear headed, and the capsules are so important too. It's not like as much instant gratification, but to what you said, like when you're off of them, you definitely notice a difference. So like it's a marriage. You have to have both.
That's awesome.
Yeah. For me, coffee is, again, it's more about the taste for me. But yeah, it was kind of like only what I knew to use for caffeine. And so I used it a lot, and I would drink it like in the afternoon also. But it was kind of the same, what I said earlier. It's like I would wake up, but I would feel shaky, and like just, I think for me, like mental clarity is huge. Like I think being a mom, your brain is so fried and you're trying to remember everyone's schedule. And so if I'm like awake, but I can't like mentally think as clear, and I don't even think it when you're in the moment, you just think it's kind of normal. But when I shifted over to this, I mentally feel so much more clear and present, as opposed to just like, yeah, I don't even know how to, I think caffeine affects everybody different, but yeah, I was like awake and jittery, but just kind of like fuzzy. And yeah, I don't have that at all with CellYea. So I think CellYea, what people don't really understand is you're just getting so much for one product. Like, I don't know if people have taken Alpha Brain or even like electrolyte. It helps with your physical, your athletic performance, but like your mommy performance is so much better.
Your momming?
Your mommy performance. You're just like,
I love that.
Yeah, I feel like coffee can sometimes make you like slightly irritable.
Right.
Especially if you drink it too much or drink it on an empty stomach. And I've never felt that way with CellYea. As you get older, you just kind of like use that as an excuse for everything. Like, oh, I'm older. Oh, I have kids. Oh, I'm tired. And I think even though I'm still tired, it's not like I'm just like the Energizer Bunny all the time. I just feel I don't crash hard anymore, ever. Like I used to always crash midday around 2, 3 o'clock. I don't have that at all. Yeah, it's just like a very consistent energy. And I think the cool thing about CellYea is there's so much more to it, which you can go on a tangent with the cell rejuvenation. But I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's just like a pick me up. It's so much more than that. And I think that's what's really important to understand is the cell rejuvenation side of it is like you're fueling your body, and the more you take it, the better it's going to work and the better you're going to feel. So that's why I also like it, is like it's fixing you internally. So I definitely like get nervous very easily, and I used to have like anxiety in my 20s, but I can definitely feel it coming on sometimes. And when I have coffee, like if I'm gonna do a nutrition seminar or coach in front of a class, I still get nervous, and I like intentionally don't even drink coffee. I just drink CellYea, and I don't have that like heart, my heart doesn't skyrocket. Yeah, I feel a lot calmer. I think people really just have to try it, because it's the only product that I've ever had where I'm like, try this, it works. And I'm confident in saying that. And on nervous and anxiety level, I think if you're a busy person, have to speak in front of people or entertain or coach or whatever it is, I would say like ditch the coffee and use CellYea, because you still want that energy and you still want to, have something that helps wake you up. But this is so much better. You don't have the heartbeat that races and the brain fog that makes you not think as clear. So as far as like stress or anxiety, it's great. Definitely helps. I think, again, like people just have to stay consistent and stay on it, and you'll really see the effects the longer you're on it. Because again, it's a couple days, you're like, oh, I don't know. But after about a month, and if you go a couple days without it, you're like, oh, wow, that really works. So yeah, it sells itself. I mean, I think the most important thing with nutrition is like knowing where your food comes from and where it's sourced from. I think we get so fixated on calories and fat and yada yada. That's a whole nother conversation. But I think the ingredients for us have always been, not always been, but like the last 6 to 7 years, it's all about the ingredients and sticking to whole foods. And if it is packaged, like what are you eating? And CellYea and you especially have a history of biohacking and understanding the body and how it functions. And CellYea is just like such a testimony to that. Like there's only high quality ingredients. There's, like you said, the science, it's very intentional with the way it works and how it makes your body work. And we don't use products with ultra processed ingredients or bad preservatives. So CellYea aligns with our beliefs completely. Yeah, I would say go to cellyea.com. No, I mean, really, I think this product is like, once you try it, you don't have to like push it. It does what it says. I mean, I just gave it to my sister, who is a first grade teacher, who also coaches fitness classes, and she was crashing every day. And she is like, this was her answer to what she needed, and you kind of, if you just think you're kind of stuck in this low energy, I hit a wall every day, you can change it, and you have to get CellYea, and you will be calling me and thanking me. No, it's amazing. Definitely real. I think for both of us, we always kind of crashed midday. I think if you're a parent, you just crash midday, and it's like your kids have so much energy for the second half, and you're like, oh, like just a race to bedtime. And I don't feel that way anymore. Like I feel like, okay, I'm ready to go for the last 3 hours the day. But yeah, I definitely, for me, it was an aha moment within the first week of trying it. I think if you're very in tune to your body, and I highly recommend this to everybody. It's like, really, I even say this with nutrition, like really listen to what your body is telling you. That's like, you have the best tool. Is like, if you're sensitive to something or something works for you, like listen to when you're tired, listen to when you're hungry, listen to your cues. And if you really are in tune to your body, you're going to have your aha moment within a week of using this. Like you're like, oh, I didn't crash at 3 o'clock in the afternoon this week. And it's like so subtle because you just keep going. But like when you reflect on it, you're like, oh man, I'm doing good. Like I'm doing really good. And it's 7, 8 o'clock at night and I go to bed just fine. And to me, that's huge because like other energy products, you know, they can overstimulate you and then you have a hard time sleeping later. And this is just like the perfect amount. Yeah, for me, it was within a week. And then especially in my training, endurance training, like I just feel a lot better. So if you're any kind of endurance athlete, you'll notice it right away. It's hard not to.